Hi YouTube, this is Ashley, Ashlock. I was just checking in to give you an update on what's going on with my locks. So last time I checked in, I had combined a few locks, and for the most part, those are working out. The two-strand twist of those, they're starting to disappear in some areas. I do see some twist, but for the most part, they're going through their thing. However, these two in the front have given me problems. So they had already started to bud prior to me two-strand twisting them. So with that bulb, it was relatively hard to two-strand twist around the bulb area. So what I've been doing is like doing a twist towards the end and applying rubber bands, just like enforcing like stay closed, stay closed, stay closed, because I don't really like the concept of a two-headed dragon in the front of my head. I mean, I know it's cool for some, but for me, no thanks. No judging though. But however, I did combine two more locks here in the back. I will be having that form into a two-headed dragon because of the same situation. They started to butt at the end, but the beginning I was able to twist, and I just put a rubber band around once that twist part had ended. So I purchased some lock jewelry, and I just want to let you know that if you have thicker locks, the ends of the lock jewelry are not going to work with you, especially if you just get the general lock jewelry they have at the beauty supply, the 99-cent store, or whatever, the little regular little mom and pop. That's not going to work out. You're going to have to get a customized set for your lock jewelry. I did, however, find a few locks that were relatively on the more thinner ends, but I anticipate for those locks to thicken up in the future, hopefully. So I added the locks just towards the end. I didn't push it up far because I didn't want to constrain the budding process of the lock. I probably kept them in maybe 3 hours for 2 or 3 days. It's not something I'm just having hang on to my hair, because I know that my hair is still budding and transitioning. I would say if you have more of a mature locks, or even areas of your hair where the locks are more mature, like right here, I would say it's fine if you are applying lock jewelry because it's like already mature. But for me, in order to reach up to that area, I would have had to go through a thick bud, and I wasn't going to push through the bud just to get to the thinner part, because most of mine are near the root. So the lock jewelry and me were just like not really working out as I expected. But I am, like I said, I'm almost at the 6-month mark, and I still need to have my hair mature. So I'm really staying away from the lock jewelry. I'm staying away from styles. I'm more so letting my hair do its thing. I haven't twisted my hair in almost like 7 weeks or so. I do not plan on twisting my hair for another month. I am taking swimming, so with that swimming, it makes no point to twist my hair because then I'm wetting my hair. So I want to tell you about locks and swimming. So if you're going to be swimming, I would suggest that you wet your hair before getting in the pool. So you wet your hair, and buy a stocking cap. A stocking cap, if you're having starter locks, a stocking cap for long hair should be sufficient. You don't need to get a dreadlock stocking shower cap. Not shower cap, I'm sorry. Swim cap when your hair is not at the length where it needs it. If you have one, that's fine. But at Big Five, the standard place, you should be able to find a swim cap for longer hair. And what you want to do is wet your hair, throw those locks on in. And I'm not really sure if my hair is getting wet or not, because like I said, I'm wetting my hair prior to even putting them in the shower cap. But when I do get out, I do put water in my hair, do a rinse. For if there was any chlorine, I go ahead and rinse it out, and I'm adding the oils in my hair just to lock in that moisture, because chlorine can be very damaging to your hair, and especially with locks. I've done this about 3 weeks now, and I haven't noticed any dryness. My hair is still at its same rate that it's been, which I'm doing good. So every second time that I am using the swimming pool, I am shampooing my hair. I'm shampooing my hair and going through my scalp, my hair, doing the really good oil treatment. So every second time in the pool, I'm doing this. So that means I'm washing my hair now on a weekly basis, but that's because I don't want the chlorine to damage my hair. And I feel that soap-free shampoo with moistures and oils is better than using just having the chlorine sit there. So let me do a 360 of my head. I am noticing some length in the back. I watched some older videos and I can see a difference. So I would suggest that even if you are not going to be putting your videos on YouTube, that you create videos and take pictures just for yourself, because it makes you really see your progress. So for me, I feel that my hair, by just feeling it, it doesn't feel like it's grown. But when I look at my older videos and I notice how much shrinkage I obtain, because when you start your hair with 2-strand twists, you sort of have length initially. Even if you're doing it on wet hair, you have a little bit more length. And over the course of time, as your hair locks, you lose your curly ends and your hair starts to shrink. And with the shrinking, you lose length. And now I feel that my hair is almost at the length, or either at the length it was from my original wash. And if I'm just feeling like myself, I'm like, okay, it doesn't feel like it's grown. But if I look at my older videos and I take into consideration that although my hair started at this length, it shrunk. So now for it to feel as if it's back at that length, which means it's grown. So your hair is going to have to shrink before it grows. That's part of the lock process. That's what you're going to have to deal with. But at the end, once you get to that point where you're at your initial growing point, it's nowhere to go but more down. So keep going, keep with the process, stay strong, because the further along I go with this process, the easier it's becoming for me. So as I wash my hair, I pop it so it's like I'm semi-free forming, but I do not want for my after my pop my stray hairs, I do not want for them to combine. So what I'm doing with my stray hairs is I'm like twisting that hair around my hair. So I have my lock, the extra new growth puff, and then I have the twisted hair on the end. So this is not like a twist, it's more so making my strays go in the correct area. I don't want to have little small baby random locks. I know I'm semi-free forming. I want to kind of have it still, because I am going to twist my hair. I'm going to twist my hair once I'm done with this process. So I want to make it so that when I am ready to twist, it will not be hard for me to manage. I'm going to show you another 360. So I feel like the front of my hair, it's really growing, although the back is getting some hang time. It's trying. I don't see any 2-strand twist in the back. The only reason why I do see some in the front is because, like I said, I combined about 10, now with 12 locks, and that's because I wanted them to have the full thickness all around that I have in the back. So now I'm content with the sizing of everything. I do realize that they may shrink or get bigger, but overall I am content with how everything is working out, and the flourishing of my locks. And just if you are now beginning to lock, just stay strong. Once you hit that 6 months, you're get some motivation to realize that you're halfway there, and you want to just keep going. Next thing you know, you're almost at that year mark. Then once you're at the year, then it's really good to have those pictures where you can go back and see where you came from, because whether or not you know it, your hair is transforming every day, little by little by little by little by little. So the way it is today, it won't be like that a month from now. And if you're not recording it, if you're not keeping track of it, you will not appreciate those moments of what is happening with your hair. Because being that you're in the starter lock stage, these are moments which you're not going to have unless you start your hair all over. But these are like, once we're done with this starter lock and have mature locks, we just grow from there. All of this transformation, all of these little babies just growing and having to combine and just like working and nourishing them, it's something that you won't have to deal with long. And once it's gone, you're going to probably miss some of this. Like, I am learning to appreciate where I'm at, because I know that where I'm at, it's further than where I came, but it still lets me know how far I have to go. So just keep pushing, keep going. So yeah, stay locked. This is Ashley Ashlog checking in. So if you're swimming, make sure you keep your hair moistured. Go ahead and invest in a swim cap. Protect these locks. You don't want them popping off on you if you can help it. All right, have a good one. Thank you. Ah.